Another fine day, another wonderful day, and we get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we talk to people, or we get together and we talk with people who are making things happen in our community. It's getting better. It's getting better and better, especially when I go out there and I meet people. I meet wonderful people who share ideas, who share thoughts, um, who make suggestions, and they just like what we're doing out here, and they just struggle for make sure see we continue to do the right thing. It'll only get better. It'll only get better. So many years ago, when I decided I was going to do Toride, I never in my life imagined it was going to get to this place. I never in any way imagined it was going to be a platform where people I respected, people who I admired, people who I wanted to be like, will reach out to me and tell me, hey, that idea is genius. But that is where we are. That is what we are doing, making things happen, changing our community, educating our community. Um, yeah, even in 2025, I still go to places and maybe one person will recognize me and be like, oh, are you the guy from Toride? Um, but then there's always that other person that says, "Oh, Toride, what is Toride?" I don't know Toride. I don't know anything. I've never. And I'm like, okay, are you on social media? Are you? Yeah, they're on social media. They are all social media platforms. And yeah, we are not as popular as I was hoping we were supposed to be popular, but we are gradually getting there. We are gradually getting there. If any person to watch, please let us know if the volume is okay. If anyone is watching, please let us know if the volume is okay. But like I said, yeah, we are gradually getting there. We will definitely get there. It's a matter of time. We don't invest a lot of time already. We don't invest a lot of resources. Um, and the fortunate thing is, before we started, we had a plan. In as much as I did not know about the so many difficult challenges that will come right after, but at least I had a plan and I know exactly what I wanted to do with Toride. And at this moment, we're just trying to pursue, we're just trying to follow that path, we're just trying to do just the specific things we decided we were going to do for our community. If I thought I say easy, I lie. It's not easy, but it's very, very possible. Very, very doable. And that is exactly what we are doing. That is exactly what we are doing. I'll encourage every person to start something. Any person who watch this video now, I'll encourage you or anyone for start something. It doesn't matter how small, um, it no matter how insignificant, but just make sure what you start is legal and make sure it's something in the positive direction. Um, One of the reasons I dey encourage people for start something na say you never know side go take you go. You never know side wey go take you go. Um and one of the things wey go actually make uh it go make the difference not only for your life uh but for the life of people around you na um actually the things the way you do am wey you fit actually pass am down to your kids. It is good to have a 9 to 5. It is good to have a job, a good job. Uh, but it's just better when whatever you're doing, you have full control over it. My brother, hello, yeah, Baba Alpha. Yeah. W- Would they live now, so Baba? Okay, more continue. Um, so yes. I advise any person for start something. Start something when you know they you're picking the fee inherit them. Start something when you know they your family fee inherit them. Start something if by God's grace and your hard work and your discipline and every other thing, you're not there as the community if you take advantage of. When I decided to start to reading, it was because of one reason. I remember very well. It was in Garoua. We had a game against Cotton. We lost the game. After that game, all my friends they don't go come out and they don't go enjoy their life and things like that. And I was asking myself, this is me, Nasako. I dropped out of school, went back to school, abandoned football, came back and started playing again. And this is me playing against Cotton Sport in Garoua. I was playing with Sable Bati. What is it about me that most of my friends, most people who were more talented than me, uh, what is it that I have that they did not have that made me more successful? For the soccer milieu will be the I grew up with a whole bunch of talented guys, super talented guys. But at that point in time, I looked at my career, my football career, Sawa Bide, and I look at Sawi Day. And then I started asking myself that question: why did this person not play better than me? Why did this person not succeed far more better than me? Now it's not like I was actually the peak, I was actually the best. No, I had people who were ahead of me, you understand? But I respect them, but I still look at those who were behind me and I was like, okay. Then it dawned on me that the only reason why I was actually where I was because at some point in time information got to me, and I did not only get that information, I exploited the information. That was when I decided if I was going to help my community or support my community or do anything for my community, it was going to be a media platform that can bring the right information to our people. That was the only reason I started to read it more than 15 years ago. I wanted to just create a platform where the truth can be spoken, the truth can be shared. People with experiences, whether good or bad, I mean, positive or negative experiences, can come and sit if they're willing to share and share so the rest of our community can just learn from their experiences. That's the reason why you see me do interviews every now and then. That's the reason why you see I didn't I started doing the back. That was probably one of the very first things that I started doing with Toridi. I'll go to people, sit with them, ask them questions, write down the answers, come to Facebook, transcribe, and then post on Facebook and social media. So what I'm doing, it's not just something that I saw other persons doing, and then I was like, oh, I'm excited. Let me go and start doing my own. Also, no, this was something that came from a place of what can I do to give back to a community that raised me. I was a street kid. What can I do to give back to that community? And for me, the only thing that was better, or the only thing I could do that will make me feel fulfilled, was to start a media platform that can help our community get the best information. That's the reason why I don't chew my words. I will never be that person who will come here to say, oh, try to lie or try to twist things. Or no, I will never be that person. I'd rather not see anything than to want to lie about somebody or want to twist facts or want to just say things because I just want to please people. No, I don't really, for me, I don't really care. Even if it's one person, even if it's two persons, even if it's three persons, I'd rather be honest to them because I expect every other person to be honest to me. And that was one thing growing up. That was one challenge I had when I was growing up. The fact that a TV station like CRTV was limited to people who were big in government, big artists who had connections. Like CRTV was not for the regular person. Growing up, I was kind of like disturbed. In my head, I was always like, okay, is it possible that I can get on CRTV someday? Is it possible that why is it that people that I know? I remember there was this show called Daily on CRTV. I had one grand frère They used to call him Marinus. He actually went to Delhi and did the R. Kelly song, I Believe I Can Fly. Like, just us seeing him on Delhi made him a celebrity instantly for a very long time. And I can tell you that up to today, we still respect Marinus because we saw him on CRTV. Now I am grown and I look at CRTV and I'm like, you understand? So for me, that was just it. What can you do to put your community, to give something to your community, to give back to your community? Let me put it that way. That was me starting to read. It was never about, oh, someday I can monetize my videos, or someday they can run ads on my videos and then I can make income. Or, oh no, it was never about that. It was just about starting a platform. Hello, Baba. Yes. Yes. Okay. I hope you guys can get me clearly. Please, if anyone is watching, let me know if you can hear me clearly, because I start the live at the Parker said daily fish. Yeah, it means when I get me clearly. Um, yeah, so that was how Toride was founded. That was how I got to start doing what you guys see today as Toride. I started this not because I got to America and I had the resources. No, I started this in Cameroon when I was nobody, when I was just some person who was trying to make a career out of football. I was still playing the highest level of football in Cameroon, which was Elite One, which was First Division. But then on the side, I would do things like this. I will meet people and sit with them and ask them questions and gather the information that they gave me, and then I'll post on our social media, because I felt like the one thing that was lacking in our community was the flow of information, good information. For me, I felt like that was the one thing that was lacking. They'll say concours day before the man for Dikome 1 year say concours day. It don't remain at 2 days. May the concours pass, may the date for register with the concours pass. They will say people they test for go be gendarme on a waiting day. Before Maui they from Goki Tunja 1 year, it don't remain at 4 hours. So for me, I felt like, you know what, you can start a media platform that can grow someday to be bigger than CRTV, that can grow someday to challenge CNN and Fox News and all of these other media platforms. And that will just be the best way to help your community. And that is what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, how do you expect me to want to do that, to be transparent, to be honest, to put out information that is truthful, that is, then all of a sudden I have to start twisting myself because some group of people they feel say, oh, we just want change for Camo. No matter how they change come. That will not be I will die. My conscience will kill me. And I'll never do that. I'll never do that. I'll always stand on the side of truth, on the side of honesty, on the side of what is our community supposed to know about this situation. That is what I will always do. That is me. That is what I'll always do. Um, it's crazy. I titled the show today "Our Diaspora" because me and you know every community we see for the world, every developed community we see for the world, or the emerging communities the way they develop. If you look at them, you ask yourself the question of how did they get there? 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, it's about their diaspora. Look at the Indian community, look at the Chinese community, look at the Nigerian community, look at most of these communities that are emerging. South Africa, even America. America is what it is today because a group of people left from somewhere, came here, took things into their hands, and decided to grow this wonderful nation. Today, we call these people immigrants, but if you look at it deeply, you can consider them to be diasporans, like people who came with knowledge from somewhere to impact a particular community. Look at every economy around the world that is growing. Look at every community around the world that is thriving. You'll realize they get a very strong, positive diaspora. You know how many Nigerian doctors a day for a task? You know how many Nigerian business people did for a task? You know how many Nigerian entertainers they did for a task? Most of the millionaires and billionaires, when they go back home to start businesses, when they go back home to start to just build something, where a place, a house, or whatever, when they go back home to invest or do whatever thing they want to do back home, that is them blessing their community. No community on earth, especially now, especially in Africa, will just grow on its own like that without the help of its diaspora. It's challenging, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible. But if you have a diaspora like the one we have, just last week, I was in a room with more than 200 doctors. I'm talking about pharmacists. I'm not even talking about doctors on a broad spectrum, as in I'm talking about just pharmacists, more than 200. And this is an association that has existed for less than how many years, and you don't even have 1/10. They were even talking that they were complaining that they don't have 1/10 of the Cameroonian pharmacists in the USA registered. That is just for the pharmacists. You want to talk about other careers? You want to talk about other domains? We have people in all of these sectors who are doing extremely well in the diaspora. I'm talking about just United States. The question now you start asking yourself is, why are these numbers not reflecting in how our country is being developed? Why are these numbers not reflecting in the way our people think? Why are these numbers, all these wonderful people that had doctors, nurses, engineer, IT this, IT that, D1, D, why is it not reflecting in the general character of our community? Every day, all you hear is this person insulted this person online. This person is beefing with this person online. This person has released. Yes, boss. Yes. No idea for you. In our camp, I think seminar go meet up tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me go meet up tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's what I start to think. I start to like, okay, we have all these great people, all these wonderful people that don't go school, so they finish school, so they repeat. I know somebody who has 5 PhD for our community. I know not only one, I know them plenty where they get like 3, 4 PhD and things like that. Why is all of this not reflected in our community? Why is it not reflecting in our community? Cameroonian community just around DFW will get about 25 churches. I'm telling you, about 25 churches. Before COVID, we had about now before COVID, so we get about 25 or whatever. Since COVID days or COVID years, the number don't add. But if you look at our community, it's not looking like it's better. It's not looking like it's a community that carries himself or carries herself, as in, you start to ask questions. Now, who be our diaspora? Now, what be the role for our diaspora for the community? Every other diaspora is helping their communities grow. Every other diaspora is helping their community shine. Every other diaspora is helping their community. Because look at the Nigerian community. For some time, there was, for some period, there was this group of people who was wanting to paint Nigerian community as this kind of people they only did for online, that they do some kind of thing there and this. No. At some point in time, and they announced 1,000 doctors they graduate for year. 600 Nigerian doctors. 4,000 IT people they graduate for a year. 2,000 Nigerian IT. Like, it just killed that mindset of Nigerians are this kind of persons. Sometimes I sit and I'm just asking myself, like, how can we have a community with people who are educated, very, very educated, and not just one, not just two, not just so many of them. Yet, the thing the way it make waves, so it make news for our community. Now the things the way you no one even put your face on. That is why we have to read it. That's why I have this platform. For me and you, for be honest, for me and you, for get conversations. If I say things I don't agree with, the better thing to do or the smart thing to do is to contradict what I said with facts. It's as simple as that. But then you see some grand frère, wait I see there for Cameroon. I be lucky, I be respect, I be wish, hey, so that if you ever can be the kind of grand frère, so. And then all of a sudden, now this same grand frère will be the respect, you be almost worship, you realize that now you feel uncomfortable with some of the truths the way you talk. And what is happening? What is happening? Until you even get to that low level of feeling like my first reaction to it we talk, get for being for insulty. I just laugh and I just be like, whoa. Just imagine say I write something for social media and then Barack Obama can't comment on that insult. I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy that Barack Obama is insulting me. For Barack Obama for even pay attention to how they talk something and then even realize say I'll be fool or I'll be idiot or whatever. I'll be so happy. Now, some man will be like, okay, what if it's not Barack Obama? What if it's somebody that is beneath you? Somebody that is down there? Somebody that you look at them and you know, okay, you're better than them at all level. You're even smarter than them and things like that. If somebody like that decides to insult me, I look at it and I smile and I'm like, okay, that because it even there for my level for thinking it comprehend with what they try to talk. Who be diaspora? For you, who be diaspora? Who be diaspora? When you hear they talk about diaspora, that would be diaspora. For me, diaspora and any person from our community, from our place of birth, we in the out of the country. In the out of the country, the way they born me, for most of us Cameroon, that is who they call diaspora. It means what are you TAS, what are you Europe, what are you Asia, what are you none be diaspora. None be diaspora. So even person they Gabon actually diaspora. Person in Nigeria actually diaspora. Bride Greaves, I think that's his name. They are diaspora. Man, look up diaspora first before I talk to you. I'm not sure. So I don't just Google diaspora meaning. So the dispersion or spread of a people from their original homeland. So wait till what the travel talk correct. So once we spread from those people that don't spread from our original homeland, go Nigeria, go Kenya, go South Africa, go Ghana, go Thailand, go any side where they go for this world. They make up what we call diaspora. In most cases, why do people they travel? Probably in search of greener pastures. Most of them in the 70s and the 80s came out here because it was for school. Some of them decided to stay. Most of them decided to go back home, like my big papa. That is diaspora. Our diaspora is evil. Our diaspora is evil. I say this because if you look at the contributions made by every other diaspora to their homeland and you compare to our own diaspora, especially in the last 10 years, the things they have been trying to do to our community, even in the diaspora and back home, sometimes you are like, wow, what is happening? Our diaspora is wicked. Our diaspora is greedy. Our diaspora is evil. Now, I said that yesterday. I made a post about that earlier today, and then one of my very close persons, came to me and they said, Sako, I feel like that was you exaggerate. Say, yeah, there's a few seats that are bad. There's a few people who are actually bad. There's a few people for diaspora where they actually push the bad narrative and things like that. But if you look at very well, most of us for diaspora, they actually do our best for help we homeland and things like that. I'm like, yeah. In any situation where the small, the few, they dominate the whole, they dominate the majority, then we'll consider that few them for be the majority. So for instance, if una they run a race, una 100, and then a one person take that baton in run that race to win on behalf of una 100, they'll celebrate una 100, right? We mean say now una 100 win, although na one person run the race for all una. Now, if una don't na 100, una get for the do good things them, or una the struggle for do good things them, so one man they for on a group where you own bad thing, the cover all na bad thing them, then they'll consider say all na bad persons. Because how una money leave so one person, the push ideas them, policies, negative ideas, negative policies, so they get to that place where the whole world they look at una like that kind of persons. The same thing that happened in Nigeria. A community with wonderful people, with intellectuals, with business people, all kind of great people for the world. A handful of them, where the 100 decided to do some kind of thing. They do that bad thing for the level where they start qualify every other Nigerian now like that kind of person. Until the rest of the good ones they decide for step up, showcase, show the world what they can do, what they have been doing and things like that before people start be like, oh, okay, them now all then some few than this. So. But that is what is happening in our community. If we decide to sit back and allow a few bad seats, a few bad people dominate, make decisions for us, represent us, then we are a bad community. Then we are an evil community. You feel so when the one talk about corruption, when Cameroon appear for list for most corrupted countries in the world, they put na people that name them for they put na individuals that name them for they don't. They just put that say Cameroon most corrupted. Everywhere you present your Cameroonian passport, oh, the corrupt people don't come again. They don't care if you were part of the corruption, if you have ever been corrupted or anything. No. We don't leave a few ministers, a few leaders, the president, and some people there to be corrupted for portraying out there like a corrupt group of persons. And that is exactly what is happening with our diaspora. That is exactly what is happening with our diaspora. We have a few persons, we have so many, not even a few, we have so many people doing wonderful things. So many good people doing good things. We have a few persons, we have so many, not even a few, we have so many people. You understand? We get people the way they do some really great work. But guess what? So small number they don't chauffeur say we go spoil them, and they are doing good at spoiling it. We can do better. You can either decide to sit quiet and then we all take the blame for the chaos where they happen for Nosso, for the chaos where the one may happen for Cameroon now because they did for diaspora, or we can actually step up and speak out and be honest with one another and look for ways to resolve things in a very sustainable way where you no go hurt no person, and then we move forward with life. If not, now we all go take the blame. Now we all go feel the pain. When I say our diaspora is evil, people think I'm joking. When I say our diaspora is evil, people think I'm joking. I know what I'm talking about. Whether here for diaspora or even back home. If I decide to speak on this, I could broke so many table them. The things they do to one another, the things they do to, like, if I want to go for that level, it is crazy. But when we talk about just one thing, 2016, look at where we are today. This is close to 10 years. Poor people that are picking the Nova Go school for close to 10 years. And people in the diaspora, they still stand firm on the decision, say, school no go on from this time to this time. School no go on this particular day. This kind of time to this time, school no go on. Picking they go one go write GCE. Oh, they know. So one day the fear. Oh, what is that decision? This same school where me and you go, when I make we would for play all day. When you come for America, most of the times when you go to the embassy and you say, hey, I want to go further my studies for America. What are the papers they use? What are the credentials they use for qualify? Say, oh, you don't first study, so maybe they go, maybe you can't continue now for America. They use your papers from Government Bilingual High School, from University of Boya, from SOA, from Chang. Those are the documents they use to qualify you as somebody like, oh, okay, yeah, let's get basic education. If you can continue now for a year. Yet, these same people for diaspora will tell you how our educational system is useless. You know, get no small use. And they did that. Whereas that was the same system that established a foundation for them. We put them for place where they didn't know. Most of them are doctor for America. Yeah, most of them are this and are that and that. When they speak, people look at them like, wow. They start learning that for Cameroon. Yet, they deny some other picking them that same privilege for you get that basic education, even if it's bad, even if it's not useful. May that begin that you go for school, go learn how to read and write, learn how for parts of a grasshopper, learn any kind of thing, parts of a millipede, learn who discover the seagull to wait. May they learn and face. May they learn and face. Where we'll get to that place where we'll have leaders with visions, with a good vision, a better vision, things they will change, and then they will learn the country when I think say they feel them. When I tell them I say what diaspora are bad, sit back and ask yourself, who were the ones making the decisions about all the horrible things that were happening? That is even still happening in Nosso. When they catch the man, they catch the man, they catch the man. Who were the people making those decisions? Either some person for America, or some person for Sweden, or some person for London, or some person for, and these guys call themselves leaders. This is a group of people who are supposed to be diaspora, who are supposed to hustle, take resources, send them back home, invest, hustle, gather knowledge, send them back home. But no, they sit in their comfortable places, and all they can do is give order to the one, make do the one. To the other person, may do the one. May. At the turn, I said, close to 10 years, is that chaos is still continue. And we are not even out of it. They're wanting to lead us into a new chaos. They're wanting to lead us into a bigger chaos. All because they not did them. They not did them back home. You know, go hurt them for any way. You know, go touch their picking them. You know, go touch them. You know, go touch their job. You know, go touch their education. You know, go touch their properties. We get them for America and every other thing. Most of them don't buy a house for a year. We go pay them in 30 years. When I think say they get hope to go back for Cameroon. Most of them, they already get jobs of year. They know they get plan for go start up any business back home. So when they make these decisions, when they make these bad decisions, they don't care. When I say our diaspora is wicked, is evil, look at Nosso. How many businesses you know them for Northwest and Southwest? Functional businesses that don't run for 10 years, where you don't employ at least 20 to 30, man, even go for 20 to 30 people, 5 to 10 people. You don't run for 10 years. When somebody from the diaspora get them, how many? They'll come with funny excuses like, oh, you know, if you run business for Cameroon, tax go kill you. You know, if you run business for Cameroon, people they not be trustworthy, they not be accountable. Oh, you know, if you do this, but guess what? Other businesses are thriving in Cameroon. Other individuals have business back home that are happening, and I mean, people back home, they have things that are going on, and it's happening, and it's going on so well. You know how many doctors will get them? You know how many wealthy people get out of that? You know how many? Yeah, some of their complaints will be valid about the environment, not level enough for them for invest taxes and all of this small thing. They will government no give you this certification, no give you that permission for do this and that. Yeah, some of that excuse they be valid, but the question is always how some other people they do them, where you need to do them. Our diaspora is evil. Our diaspora is evil. If you look at the ratio or the percentage of people the way they don't invest back home, it means they don't invest back home, and the percentage of people the way they don't ever invest back home, you cry. Whereas that is what happened for every other community that is thriving today, that is developing today. Their diaspora don't get resources. Go back, go plant them. Not only plant these resources include money and brain and all of those things. So not only money where they invest them, they invest brain, thing they don't learn of outside, they go back, go plant them. With diaspora and a very few, and even a very few where they struggle for do, guess who they block them? Guess who they sabotage them? Now other people for diaspora, they sabotage them. Now other people still for diaspora, they sabotage them. When I say with diaspora is evil, I know what I'm talking about. I know them. I don't hang around them. I don't hang with them. When I was back home, I used to have friends in the diaspora and things like that. If I want to go to personal things, how a grown-up man go really come on America, he just go bang and for go sleep, get them. Sleep, picking. Not even get them, picking. Can't even age me them. Picking them. Sleep. Small picking the university. Small picking the university. When I never hear news about people the way they come out here with sick, they go sleep picking the condom. Without condom. Share. These are people who have lived in the West, have learned so many things. Instead for them to transfer that positive thing, they don't learn them. On the contrary, they just want to sit on everyone's head. They just want to be, okay, now I be that person for family way. If any situation did, now they block him. They get for ask me, they get for ask my opinion before anything they happen. That's just what most of us want to do. That's just what most of us want to be. That person for community, for family, where all man they fear, all man they respect them. When I say our diaspora is evil, one other reason is the different factions that we don't form. Small group for here for fight against the one. Small group for here for fight against the one. So this small group, if you not belong to this group, they don't want here say, can you imagine? I made a post, the post where I was talking about we cannot replace a bad seed with a good seed. That was all I said in that video. I don't think it's the right thing to replace a bad seed with a bad seed. If we are going to replace a bad seed, we should be making sure that we are replacing a bad seed with a good seed. Some particular person shared the video. First of all, they called me naive. And besides calling me naive, besides calling me naive, there are other group of friends that come for under. I just read only their comments. The one that they call me dull, the one that they call me this, the one that they call me. I'm telling you, these are people. Before I got to America, I used to look at them and I respected them. I used to look at them and I was like, now people the way the first time I even met some of them, I was starstruck. Not be starstruck, but I was like, now the person is. But because I be that kind of person, I grow like small star. I know how to hide them. And then you see them actually saying things about you, and you're like, whoa. Small group of persons. If you don't belong to that group of people, they go find woman. It means you be fool. They want drag you down. If you don't belong to that group of people, they go smoke for some place where they work at dreaming book. It means you know if you know small groups them, and at this small group them, it not only end for you. They transfer the energy to our people back home, and that is how we are segmented. That is how we are. Small half, they have day for here, that half day for the other half day for this side, the other one day for like it's just crazy. It's crazy. Our diaspora is evil. Sometimes you look at the things they do, you look at the things they say. Okay, you start to struggle like, okay, I need to see the difference between the person where they claim say the diaspora when a bush faller and the person waiting for Cameroon way no get, because they say traveling is part of education. If you never ever travel, you don't ever understand. But one of the biggest way for educate yourself na actually for travel. You travel, you just see things and ask questions and experience things, and that's it. You learn a lot when you travel. People then day all the time they day holiday for Mexico, all the time they day for the place, all the time they day for all the time they dey. Their only thing where they see them when they do waka, enjoy all the beautiful places and all the beautiful country. Their only thing where they see and I say we want make Cameroon be so. But for Cameroon get for be so na so mange for make Cameroon na me. Bro, when you travel to Mexico and you enjoy a beautiful beach, guess what? That beautiful beach is somebody's investment. When you travel to this and that place and you enjoy some particular thing or you see now some person investment. When you go to these places, that place, this place where you go, like everything where you see them around, now some person in investment in most cases. You come from the diaspora, you know these things, instead of you actually taking the lead with investing and doing things that can help our community to a better place. All you the one doing and say, oh, you feel say na some particular person for do am, na poor biage for do am, na isa chuma for na government for do am. My boss na bubble. My boss na bubble. And now one other thing they what diaspora don't learn for do am and they do am so well. Lies telling. Lies telling. Most of we there for year, we are nothing. We are zero. We live like they talk paycheck to paycheck. But if you look at our lifestyle on social media, they say we don't reach, we don't arrive. An average Cameroonian before they come for holidays, December, bro, they don't broke their back. They don't work 16 hours back to back for 3, 4 months, 6 months. For not only raise money, pay their bills, raise money, pay their bill that way they no go be, buy their ticket, go and come, and small money they want hold over their skin. So when they enter one nightclub, they may sasaye. When they go for some place, they give some mamis. They don't, and then when they come back, they get for work again for 6 months before they even start relax more. On a the line now. On a the line now. I wanna think so a bit different from Pobia or Churuma. You guys are not. They don't master the arts of lying to the extent where they should not be like. I'll give you a simple example. When I hear people back home complaining about, oh, I don't complete school, I don't finish school, government no give me work. I don't finish school, government no give me work. I don't finish school, government no give me work. For people that they watch the video right now, I want to just do some small survey. How many times you don't hear some person for diaspora, they actually preach a message of Cameroon government not really owe you anything as work when you do go school. Cameroon government no owe you job, any job where you go school. Where you go school, you go to school to get educated, get creative, and learn things away. When you come out of school, you should be able to create a job for yourself. America economy, when one of the finest for the world, do you know how many percent of the population where America government the employer am? On a check it's I think 2% of the population where the government the employer am. So 2% of 340 million people. Now how many? People that they go school, they calculate them. If you over plenty, now 2%. And guess what? President Trump right now is actually looking, because with Dodge and Elon Musk, he and Elon Musk and Dodge, that their program, they actually was looking down to downsize the government. They basically complain saying that 2% see plenty. Why are we employing these too many people? Why is the government providing jobs to this many people? They cut them down. And right now, President Trump is struggle for reduce them. The finest economy in the world, their responsibility name be for create job for citizens. Una know how many percentage of the population for Cameroon where Cameroon government employ am? Una go check am, na about 10%. So Cameroon government, which is broke and wretched and has a population of about 30 million to 40 million people, they employ 10% of their population. They provide them jobs. Yet we castigate the economy. While the America economy, we are one of the finest for the world, with all the resources they get them, with everything they get them, they employ at 2% of their population. What about the rest of the persons? The rest of the persons are supposed to go out there and struggle and fight. You get to go out. If you don't want that, you stay for under bridge government, okay. You don't want that, you become houseless, homeless. Should you die? Government, American government, okay. The other day, some person will even tell me, say it's illegal for you to dash person for street money because they didn't make things difficult for now because we want to think out of the box, get creative, create a job, and then in turn, maybe employ other persons. How many people for our diaspora, they preach that same message for Cameroon? Instead, we continue to encourage our brothers to go to the university, encourage kids to go to school, and then come out and then start to complain with them. Join them, the complain, say that government are useless government, and if you create employment. That government are useless government. And if you create employment, or that government are this, that government, no. Not be government in place for create jobs like that. Not be government in place. Now, to be honest with you guys, American government, at least they don't make the field level. They don't put in place some incentives. They don't put in place certain things the way if he help you create jobs, those who they don't create jobs, may they help, may the jobs and thrive. If you easily get loan, if you easily get this, if you get good credit, if you borrow for you, if you do some kind of stuff, them, guess what? Even Cameroon get all that system. Even that Cameroon, I laugh and so, you get almost everything. Back in the days, your papa and my papa, they be borrow money. We should take today, some of them never pay them. Yeah. All that system. So it be there in place. Your papa, your big papa, and my big papa, and the other my big papa, they go borrow money, they never pay and they run. One way they be small phone marketed and they borrow that money to the open plantation. And they talk all of this for just telling how evil our diaspora be. Instead for we for the preach the truth to our people. Instead for we for the tell we people the truth. Would they for they really lie and lie? See why man country, you go so you get work. I feel lost my job this morning. I get my job for evening. I feel lost my job for I feel lost my job for this. I get my job now. So I feel do you don't tell them who they employ you. You are working for another individual. You are working for another person that probably your age mate or probably younger than you. You're working for another person where each she don't actually think it creates something, and then government support it in way if it supports it, and then today. When I say our diaspora is evil, I know what I am talking about. Now the reason why it's difficult for me to stand on the side of come on, government. Yeah, I know for sure there is some basic things they can provide. I know for sure there's some. For instance, at me every day my cry is, can they actually just do something to give our people good internet and steady electricity? If you give Cameroon good internet and steady electricity, just that two things, it could transform Cameroon in less than 10 years. That I put it on the government. But guess what? So many other sectors in there. I was talking to a friend the other day. He tell me, say, oh, Sakotin, they don't come. He didn't a man now. He gets a small cocoa farm for day, this and that and that. I said, oh, really? He said, yes. I said, wow. I said, Dima, man, I'm thinking about investing in farming. What are the crops? What are the animal farm? He said, yeah, what you do? I said, yeah. Me and he talk right now. I'll find way, send him. I hope you only be only be honest also. Send him money, buy some land, plant cocoa then the plant banga for the find some people hire and they work for the I want make piggery, I want make a goat farm and things like that. I don't know why they need a rare cow for Southwest. I don't know why people for Southwest they need race cow. And I say cow need grow for Southwest. I be wanna tell me those one I watch. You know any person for Southwest way he get a personal cow the way he raise cow. I see the buy small picking cows today he raise a big. What cow the chop na grass now and it's the climate of Southwest it be favorable for race cow, right? Why would you go buy cow na ride for north? Why would you wait na sute December make malam the work of cow from Gaundere sute cancel and for we for Kumba? Why? Why? When I say with diaspora evil, these are some of the things we don't come for diaspora here, we don't can learn them. We'll be careful when we talk with our brothers and back home, we talk with our friends and back home. He want complicity, the man send me 10,000. The man will send you 10,000 for how long? I will send you 10,000 for how long? Can you start something? If you go for village, go open, I'll buy you 5 goats. I go borrow money, maybe buy 5 goats. You start to read that 5 goat there. In 6 months, wait till that goat to go born. No sell and first. Leave it until that goat the reach 100, 200, 250. And if you start to sell the goat, then in less than 2-3 years, person if you get 500 goat. How many person you know we get goat farm for Cameroon? We get 500 goat for day, we get 1,000 goat for day. Yet we get grazing land where it just day. We get bush where the goats, grass where the goat the feature palm. Yet we don't hear no person we get. So when I say what diaspora are greedy, now the kind of thing they do I mean. Instead for we will take with time, educate with people on some of the things the way they feel they do them for survive also. No, we don't want that. We want me to remain for that place where when they beg 10,000, we'll give them. We'll come back, we'll go for December, we'll get moto. If they know for drive, they drive, we'll shoot on for corner. If they don't know for drive, they shoot on for corner, we'll drive, go shoot on play, we'll send it, they go buy soya come. We'll send it, they go course on get come. We'll send it, they go like they just serve you. And then we'll turn around and want blame leadership. We'll turn around and want blame. No. No. The problem now me and you. The worst of the problem now with people for diaspora. How can we have a group of persons extremely educated, highly educated, yet when you look at the result for community, it need to reflect the brains they will get them. When things they go change, why would only one blame na blame? And that's another thing the diaspora don't teach people back home. How for blame? How for blame? Who for blame? Nobody wants to take responsibility. I grew up with a mom who taught me every time there's a situation and your first instinct now for blames a person, it means you be irresponsible. That's what mommy will teach me. He said every time there's a situation that needs a solution and your first instinct is to blame some other person, you are indirectly telling every other person that you are irresponsible. If you devil some place and you feel like you're the leader, you feel like you get control over that place, when situation happen, you always want to solve the problem. You always want to provide solution. You're always looking for, okay, how can we fix this? Now the first thing that way it cross your mind, what will we do for fix this situation? But it's not like that in our community, especially for diaspora. No man, no one talks, say, hey, and if you don't be for 10 years for America, and then my family, this is so for the kind way, now me, I be the failure. No, na Bia be failure. Na Kamto, na Chihuma, na the one they be na OC Joshua, they thief money for government. We are always looking for ways to push responsibility. Because that's not what is happening in America. That's not what is happening in America. Before day one break, people already make their plan. Okay, when I wake up, I go, I do not this, I do not that, I do not this, I do. They don't already make all plan everything. You wake up early morning, you already go for work. You should work on time. You do the thing they go do. Take a small break, chop a small chop, come back for us. You are even calling say no. I beg, I want to sleep me. I get work tomorrow. because they know fully well that if I don't live that lifestyle, I don't work and I don't get paid for month and I know if you pay my bills, I will get kicked out, I will get to the streets and I go die and go be na any person a problem. At that level, they know say na their responsibility. But then when they turn around, you want to show some other kind of place, that's other my responsibility. They start to blame and blame and blame. I just feel like what diaspora get a very, very wonderful key role for play if we get for develop. It no matter who be leader, it no matter who be president, it no matter who be actually Dan Kunkuma way they make decision there for Cameroon. If our diaspora understand a role, if our diaspora play a role, if our diaspora be honest with what they are supposed to be doing, we community could easily graduate to a very fine community. That is where the problem is. Taking responsibility and providing solutions that are sustainable for the community. Nobody solutions the way it's only about Anglophone. Anything I want to do, I'm will be not just about Northwest and Southwest. Anything I want to do, I will be not only about Wiba Miliki. Anything I want to do, the division where they exist back home, I feel bet you say the people that they push and chung are people for diaspora. Back in the days where you say Oroko people they get convention, you see so many graffiti in there. Where you say graffiti people, Bamileke get convention, you see so many sour people in there. Where you say a fang on a kang people, they get convention, you see so many graffiti or sour people there. Nowadays, if you say Oroko convention there, you go over there, you see that only Oroko people. You hear say sour people get convention or Bamileke people get convention, you go for there, you see 99% Bamileke. I remember one time there was, I don't call the tribe their name. They had a convention that was coming up and someone reached out to me and they wanted me to do something for them and things like that. Assure me, say, oh, really want me to do it because now it'll be the best for community and this. They give me all kind of assurance. 1 month before the time, the person called me and say, bro, I'll be very sorry, but I don't try. For some reason, they say we'll never use you because you need to be one of we. So some group of Cameroonian persons, they get some tweet that happen. They need some person in service. I am actually one of the finest way they do for community. There are reasons why they know hire me now because they know some person way better pass me. The reason why they know use me now because I am not part of their community. You think that thing will ever come off of my head? What me if me too I be for some positions on the way we own community to one some person and then that people that own community things meet up people that no. Better more use for own person. No. Like that divide, that diaspora, they lead them and then they don't push and back home. I remember growing up when I did Kumba, especially we will go for Kumba. Not only Kumba, Banga Bakuna, all of these places. I need ever really pay attention for tribe. I don't know say the man are Igbo because na Igbo man, especially now because of their accent. When they talk that way, they talk and we would just laugh and this and that. I need really pay me attention for the man Bakosi, the man Oroko, the man I don't forget this in Banso, we call him Banso, but when I saw, or the man Kambe, or the man na Douala, or the man Wundu, or I we didn't pay attention to those things. In as much I will be no so okay man, but you know be really looking like okay, and if he salute you or and if he pass you or and if he do some kind of thing because I really can't notice that thing enough for diaspora. I really can't notice that thing enough diaspora. If one person for some tribe or for some group of persons, you now get a disagreement, it carry a name go for that group, you are done. All of them for lying. They just hate you for nothing. They didn't even ask you what happened. They no one know nothing. I can't say for diaspora, I can't see them. Until our diaspora change, then not only we community for diaspora go change, even it will reflect for we community back home. The last thing I'll talk about with people for diaspora, where the one self it even make me at a shame. One of the things the way we for diaspora we enjoy the most are freedom of speech. The fact that you can go online and criticize the president of the United States, the fact that you can go online and criticize your governor, the fact that you can go online and criticize your senators. I can leave this house tomorrow morning and I go to my local representative and I ask them questions and they will answer me politely, let's say be their boss and things like that. If you stop policeman for who they ask you, oh, why are you doing this? Or why you policeman will explain for me, say na so, na so, na so, na so. Just some basic rights for a task. Your opinion, the right for you for choose, the right for you for refer. And every other person we did for year, especially those of us who are immigrants, we enjoy that. We love it. And then we turn around and we start insisting, saying that the same thing that we want for Cameroon. We will go online, we will blast Pobia, we will blast Atanganji, we will criticize them and criticize them and we are like, it's freedom of speech. They know if you do me no nothing. I hope so if I can't come on me, they not going to call me. It's freedom of speech. And then the next person, once you want to use your own freedom, also your own rights for talk about something where you don't agree with, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. Inside my head, I'm like, dear diaspora, are we not supposed to be the ones educating these persons about freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, freedom of choice? Are we not supposed to be the ones telling them that, hey, you know if you disrespect the man so because of your opinion, you can just have your own opinion also and it's fine. We have seen situations for NOSO where just because people they voice their opinion, they end up for some kind of places today their whole family they regret them. The same thing way the BR government they do them. With diaspora, don't do them for what people, they do them for what people. They called some of us black legs. Just because by opinion, we felt like we know things in the right way that for do things. They boycott some of us with business. The same thing where the BR government they do them. If you know you're supposed to be DM, you know if you get work. If you get work, you lost the work. If you know help CPDM win elections for Bamenda, you that mayor, you that governor, you that wait, they will transfer on for some village side for punishment. That's the reason why CPDM wins all the time. All the election when I say the rig election, they do the maybe beyond the end tell them they do them. Now they say they do them because that's how you protect your position. Now they say they don't be beyond the tell if they thief election. Now they say they thief only be beyond. So now if you even blame beyond, I blame on our brothers them. That they do them. So the same things we criticize Bia for. Oh, why you go for log lapigo? It's freedom of speech. Oh, why you go for short need your funding mob? It's freedom of speech. Why you go for cash cam to get right for criticize government? Why you go for? And then the next person for your corner, one just say, I don't think say this will come to do and correct it. I don't think say, oh, it be sadina. They start find you for beat you, they start find you for humiliate you. And then you ask yourself, say, what is the difference between una and the people we will not want them? Birds of the same feathers. With diaspora can do better. With diaspora should do better. Matter of fact, every developed country, every country where economy it go up. Every country or community where they do better than what they do 5, 10, 20 years ago. If you look at it very well, they have built a powerful diaspora, a diaspora of leaders where they push for chaos, a diaspora of leaders where they push, it invest back home, a diaspora of leaders where they collect good data, good information, share them with people for their homeland. That is what will help our communities grow. Not every time you're only looking to gaslight with community. Because according to we now, when Chakara Day, now we change will happen. We have seen it in so many African countries. there was a change that people wanted, right? But then things got worse. I don't want to talk about South Sudan. The place and they plenty and plenty and plenty. We change occur and then things they get worse. That look at Libya. Look at Libya. Look at Libya. Yep. Look at Libya. They be call one man for this. Oh, the movie put out. Look at what it looks like now. Like I said, we diaspora can do better. If they want to, let them do it. If they don't want to, let them continue. Blame or hate or create confusion or create chaos or do whatever thing you want to do because if you say be diaspora, touch you. Unfortunately, someday it go hit you very, very hard. Any seed you plant and today go germinate to something. And you could be part of the people that will consume that way the seed you replanted today go germinate and grow too. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.